Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Understanding Crystals with Ria. Today we're going to be talking about crystals. What are crystals? So, crystals are solids formed deep within the earth, made up of atoms in a very periodic arrangement. What this means is that obviously everything on earth is basically made up of atoms that combine to form molecules, but for the crystals, the arrangement of this atom is very specific for every crystal, in that it is very uniform all around. For example, there's some crystals that form like this. The number of atoms that form this side of a crystal is exactly the same on all sides of a crystal. So that gives it a very unique property, basically. So why are crystals special? Crystals date back to, I would say, the beginning of the earth. And some crystals are as old as 2 billion years and some even longer. Basically, like the word of Einstein, everything is energy and that's all there is to it. Crystals, I call them energy containers. Basically, I call them energy containers or energy banks. I use that as like a reference to power banks that we use in charging our mobile phones. I see crystals as energy banks. I have been working with crystal for as long as I can remember, and personally, obviously, and I have had time to actually study them, and understand exactly how they work, which obviously has made me decide to share with you guys, share the knowledge with you guys, and just basically pass it around. Nikola Tesla says, if you understand vibration, you understand energy, you understand frequency, you understand how the universe works, basically. Yeah, so what is energy? According to physics, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Technically, so that means energy just exists. But then we cannot survive without energy. So technically, without energy, the universe is not going to function. On Earth, every biological thing that exists produces energy. Talk about humans, plants, animals, and of course, crystals. Plants produce energy by the process of what's known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis basically is a utilization of light energy, earth, and water, and the major ingredient, which is chlorophyll, which can be found on the leaves of plants, which gives them their green color. So the combination of this is made use of by a plant, and that produces glucose, which the plant survives on, technically. And any excesses are stored within the roots. This energy that's been stored up by plants deep down within the roots, so can be harnessed to generate electricity. Humans have also been making use of energy for a while now by harnessing energy from earthly bodies like water to generate electricity, which is the most common one, which we call hydroelectricity, is basically harnessing energy from water. Is also a huge energy bank as well. Just like the earth, yes, so there's energy in the earth, there's energy in water, there's energy in crystals. So as humans, we will forever have growing need for the use of energy. We would always have problems to solve. For example, we needed to solve a problem of power and electricity, and we harnessed energy and produced electricity. When we have like ailments and certain illnesses, some people turn to the use of plants, because plants as well produce energy. It's the energy in a plant that nourishes your body. It's the energy in a plant that cures an ailment. In that same light, the energy in crystals can do basically the same thing. We have geothermal, for example, which can be used to generate energy that's being used to power machines and generators. So geothermal works by harnessing heat energy from the earth deep within the earth. For example, if you've ever come across a natural hot spring anywhere in the world and wondered how that spring or that water body is able to maintain a specific temperature all year round, whether winter, whether summer, it's warm. It doesn't get cold, it never freezes. This is because it is being heated up deep within the crust of the earth by what is known as geothermal energy. Yeah, so there is energy deep down within the earth and it's powerful. It's amazing. As a human being, we emit energy by basically existing. So whether you are aware or not, you are constantly emitting energy. It could be positive, it could be negative, depending on what you see as positive energy and what you see as negative energy. Yes, we would talk about that some other time. But yeah, as a human being, you are constantly emitting energy by thinking, by breathing, by walking, basically by existing. You emit energy. So sometimes we as people, obviously emitting those energies, you can't really emit energy if you do not have like a powerhouse deep within. So we have 7 powerhouses, also known as chakras, within us that helps generate this constant energy that we emit. So sometimes, as a person, as a human being, one or more of our chakras, our energy centers, can be low and it might need to be amplified. It might need like a boosting. For example, if you are going through like an emotionally complex period where you're not able to heal yourself with your own energy, you can take a piece of crystal and incorporate that into your daily activities to help fasten or amplify the healing. Yes, for that. So in that kind of scenario, you would be looking to emotional healing that's related, for example, to your heart. You would be looking to crystals like rose quartz, which is the stone of unconditional love, self-love, anything love. That would be, and it's a great healing crystal. So it just depends on exactly what problem or what exactly you need. What kind of energy are you needing? Good health? Are you needing focus? Are you needing sound mind? Are you needing to sleep better? Are you needing to communicate better? Are you needing to be more intuitive? Yes, you can also be more intuitive. Are you actually looking to connect to other realms? There is a crystal for every single problem. Basically, that's how I see it. So, exactly. The greatest philosophers and inventors in the world definitely believed in crystals. I would usually say that God made the earth to be very sufficient. I would say that God made the earth to be very self-sufficient and sustainable. Definitely, like the earth is the definition of sustainability to me, because I believe I mean, of course, this is my personal belief. I believe that everything that's needed to function on the earth has been placed on the earth by God. Kind of like how you say certain businesses can actually run themselves to the extent where the the owners do not have to be involved in like the day to day. They can actually take time off, they can actually take their eyes off, and the business is not going to collapse. It would be fine, it would keep running. I relate, or I see the earth that way. I feel like everything, every living being that has been placed on earth would ever need. That includes things that we are yet to actually discover that we would need. Everything has been placed on earth for us to basically utilize. Every problem, it's kind of like God has foreseen every possible problem that humans can ever have, and he's placed all of the solutions for us to discover, technically. Yeah, so because of the very periodic arrangement of crystals, each crystal is very unique and specific in both the mineral properties and what it can be used to, which basically means the kind of energy that would be found in crystal A cannot be found in crystal B. So if you have a need for a crystal, if you have a need that you would like, that you would need to solve, that you need like an energy balancing from, you need to be specific. You need to know the right kind of crystals to get for that problem. To understand the universe, you basically need to understand vibrations, frequency, and energy. Just like Nikola Tesla said, every crystal vibrates at a very specific frequency. And if you place a crystal in an environment or you hold one, we as humans are able to sync up to the frequency that the crystal in particular is vibrating at. For example, one of the crystals that's got like the highest vibration is clear quartz, and it is known as the great healer, the great amplifier. Well, I guess it is that, because why else would clear quartz be used in most of our technological devices? Yeah, so we are able to match the frequency of that crystal's vibration, therefore amplifying ours and making that aspect of our lives better. How does energy talk about crystals? Do they actually work? Well, billions of people already use crystals every day, but they're just not aware of it. Yes, for a watch to work properly, it uses crystal. Crystals are being used in the manufacturing industry for various tools. Diamonds being used for drill bits, clear quartz in most of our electronic devices like our mobile phones, your computer motherboards, radios, because of the very directional nature of those crystals, they are able to transmit frequency directly from our mobile phones. And so for a technology that involves transfer of frequencies or signals to work properly, it has to be very directional and not scattered. And that's where crystals come in, because because of their atomic structure, they are very directional. So if a crystal is being programmed to do this, it is only gonna do that. Basically, that's what it means. So salt is a crystal, sodium oxygen combination. Sand is a crystal as well. Anything that's called a crystal holds energy, and you can harness the energy from this component. You can harness them for your benefit, basically. If there's any area of your life that is needing a boost, you could also see them as a booster, as a charger, as a power bank. So if you're low on something, I mean, like for example, making reference to a power bank, for example, you use a power bank when you are probably far from a direct energy source, electricity source. You make use of a power bank, or when you do not have access to direct electricity source, right? And then you make use of a power bank like a backup. The same way you can actually incorporate or have a crystal whenever you are low in any of your energy centers. Any of your energy centers that's been blocked, that's not functioning properly, or that you need that level of balance in your body for that chakra, is a crystal, basically. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week. Until then, remember that everything energy. Yeah, everything is energy, and that is all that there is to it. Sending love your way and positive energy. Bye.